Hello, everybody. Spider here, the Coming Soon podcast, of course, coming to you once again in San Antonio, Texas. My guest out of Tennessee, Preacher Boys Production. Gentlemen, introduce yourself, please.
All right, I'm Alex Johnson. Over here, we got the director and the writer of PigLady, Adam Ray Fair. I'm the producer.
And this is Bubby.
Yeah, we got Bubby over here with the pig mask.
Yeah, I was going to say, who's the guy in the middle, man? Of course, Pig Mask, bro.
Yeah.
But gentlemen, of course, I wanted to jump on this. Of course, leading up to the movie PigLady, man. Of course, I want to talk about that. What I personally wanted to know was how each of you guys got started in the movie industry.
Yeah, well, he's always been into entertainment before I was, but I had a little pizza pub, and he came in wearing high waters and suspenders. And I'm like, this guy has no fucking shame. And, we worked. I mean, he's been with me from the jump. We worked then and we're working now. And I moved to LA for several years and then San Diego to figure out filmmaking. And that's when I shot this. And that's a whole nother story.
Man, okay. So I mean, from the beginning, you weren't doing anything when it comes to movies.
I worked with movies. I did short films, untitled stuff, worked with friends, just trying to figure it out. And my buddy from Oregon, a fellow Tennessean, had moved to Oregon. Every time I would go snowboarding and mountain biking, he'd be like, dude, you got to make this fucking PigLady movie, man. I'm like, dude, man, I don't know about this PigLady thing, blah, blah, blah. But the more I dove into it, the more I liked it, and the more the community and the town supported me doing it. Like, we shot on location of the murders. So how can you not make it, you know?
Yeah, bro. No, I mean, I just this morning I woke up. I was gonna watch it last night. I was tired. I worked a 12-hour shift, so I passed out. But this morning I got up, fed the dogs, and I was gonna go back to sleep. And I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna go ahead and watch this. So I bought it. I was gonna say real quick, I did try to purchase the copy, but they're saying they were out. Is that correct?
Evidently, they just said that we sold out the first batch. Everybody that got one, but now they're all sold out. So there should be a new batch coming through on Amazon. I'm not really sure on the time frame.
Okay.
Good problem to have.
Oh yeah, bro, definitely. Because I did try to buy it, but then I was like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and watch it, because I wanted to see it when I got the copy. But I did pay for the viewing, and man, I love the fact that it was actually filmed, like you said, on close to and location. I think you guys were saying you used the neighbor's house?
Yeah, pretty much is right there. The same woods shared where actually the barn and everything where the body parts were found. It was right there, like at any moment we could have crossed the property line without really.
Bro, yes, because being here from Texas, man, of course we have javelinas, man. They're wild. Right outside San Antonio on the south side. And those things are notorious for eating everything and anything, whether it's alive or dead or whatever. They don't care, man. So
shoot them from a helicopter.
Yeah. My buddies out there in New Braunfels, man, they have a company where you can pay and they take you around.
Yeah, I've been with that company.
Yeah.
Are you near where are you located exactly in Texas?
I'm in San Antonio.
Okay, so we was near Houston and we did Hella Bacon tour.
Oh, okay, yes.
So I just did it because a bunch of buddies wanted to do it, but once I did it, I realized by the helicopter the pigs destroyed all the farms.
Yeah.
They ate everything, dude. They'll eat the tree bark.
We were actually trying to get the mask.
Yeah, that's how we got the mask, by killing.
No, yeah, bro. You have to keep a souvenir, man. Sure. Yeah. But yeah, because here, I personally, I'm a contract delivery driver. I deliver furniture throughout the week. And sometimes I go outside the city, man, like Lido. I go out there in Floresville. But they'll tell me, like, the customers will be like, hey, man, make sure you stay on the main road. Don't go on the back roads because these wild pigs are everywhere, man. They'll attack your car and shit. Yeah. And I'm like, the hell with that. I have a truck, but I'm like, I don't want to, be stuck out there, man, because those things are freaking vicious.
Yeah. And we had real pigs on set. That was a bit of a challenge to get, but they were 600 and 700 pounds, the pigs.
Yes, bro.
Yeah. So.
And I kept seeing them because just like in the movie, one of the actors was like, hey, I keep seeing something. And I can only imagine because, at night, it takes a while for your vision to correct itself, from seeing things. And I'm thinking like, man, how did you guys manage for them to walk across the screen? Did you guys, feed them and then have them walk, or how did that work?
Yeah, he did kind of get them hungry before they came out. But he said if they're too hungry, they'll get violent.
Yeah.
And I mean, the pig handler, Lowell Bickle from Oregon, he's cool, but he got sliced a few times in his hand. So we would feed them and that would work, but really you can't do anything. You just wait till they're in frame and everybody's sitting and waiting, sometimes half hour. And as soon as they come in frame, that's when you shoot.
Oh, okay. I was wondering because
rehearsals before.
Yeah, because here a couple of months back, I was actually coming back from Floresville, and I pulled over because some lady was selling the pigs, the small pigs, man. And I was like, man, I want to go see this, because I went. I sent my girl a photo, and I said, hey, can I buy one? Of course, she said, hell no. But while I was there talking to the lady, she was like, oh, they won't get that big. And there was a guy there, and he's like, bullshit, man. Those things will keep growing.
Yeah.
But she did say, like, hey, if you keep feeding them, they'll keep growing, but you got to control their, how you feed them. And I'm like, dude, those things don't know how to stop, man. That's the thing,
And they keep spreading as well. They're like the coyote, which that gives me a little respect for them. Even though they're invasive, it's a little bit of respect to be that much of a survivor.
No, for sure, man. And of course, I mean, the whole PigLady, like you said, the incident itself did happen. I mean, how long ago was that? Because I know I was watching the film. I didn't do a backstory myself as far as when this happened. But I mean, was that a while back?
I think she was actually busted in 2014 was when she was actually busted, but the murders happened in 2012 and 2013.
Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, of course, being that she was local, I mean, I'm sure nobody messed with her. I mean, the whole movie, you guys used scenes from the movie, but was that the whole thing behind the actual murder? I mean,
it was just inspired by true events. But she had been doing it for long before. Like, she had served in the Navy, and her husband, when she transitioned, her husband disappeared, and she was in Northern California, and then she moved up to Oregon, started a construction business and a farm.
Damn.
And then she would just start working homeless people. And her tactic was wait till they're in the pen cleaning, pop them in the back of the head, and then the pigs come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, and that's got to be one of those vicious things, man. Like, I've worked in the slaughterhouse here locally, like back in the early 90s. Out of high school, I worked at a slaughterhouse, and it was bad, bro. Like, I worked there for a few months and I left, because it was just it was pretty gruesome. Some of the things we had to do, of course, cleaning them out and getting them ready, and it's just.
So you fed bodies to the pigs?
Not bodies per se. At least I won't say that on film, But yeah, I mean, just getting them ready, for the meat markets out here. I mean, we used to get them, clean them up, and then send them out to a couple of distributors here in the city. Back then, right now that place closed down. I drive by there about every day, and I swear to God, when I drive by there, I can still smell the area, bro. It's not there no more, but it's just embedded in my head, bro.
Do you eat pork?
I don't actually. I don't.
Because of that?
I'm sorry?
Because of your experience?
No, I didn't eat meat for a while because of it, but I went back to it. It's just now I see, as far as like bologna, how it's made.
It's all about how it's made.
Yeah. Right. So now it's kind of like, okay, well, it's, I still see that place and I can still smell it, but it's not as bad as it used to be. I mean, before I didn't eat meat for a while, bro. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I look at meat different, because every radio thing we do, every podcast, somebody has a story of a pig farmer.
Yeah.
So there's many movies all over the world of somebody feeding people to the pigs. So I view it differently now.
No, you see, and that's one of the things too, because I've seen movies about, pigs, not just horror, but I mean, in action films where they're like, oh, they throw them with the pigs because they eat everything, man. And the fact that she was doing it, I mean, it's scary as hell because, homeless people, I mean, of course, just kind of like with serial killers and prostitutes, they kill prostitutes, nobody notices, they're forgotten and lost. And so, of course, homeless people, man, you would only imagine nobody's going to know,
No. And so she claimed 17, but the one she got caught from, she was using his home, his
food stamp card.
Food stamp card.
Oh, damn.
That's how she got busted. So I guess she was hard up, or she just wanted to get caught. Either way.
Yeah, you see, and that's kind of, I guess that does happen because a lot of times serial killers, they feel like they can get away and see how many times they can get away with this, and it's always one little screw up, man. So of course for her, luckily, she did get caught, man, because like you said, I mean, who knows how many bodies, bro?
Yeah.
And now let me ask, I mean, of course, it was based on true events. Is this the first? I mean, are there other films out there that got your attention that now you're thinking, okay, you know what, maybe I'd want to do a couple more, like different ones.
As far as true stories?
True stories?
I mean, no, but there is, but I just don't have the budget for it. But there are 2 films that I'm working on. One is the sequel to this, which will not be inspired by true events, but it's a good sequel, and it takes place on the pot farm. So we're working on that kind of in the creative process.
Nice,
but yeah, all the true stories I want to do, like places about Texas, man, like the Wild West.
Yeah.
There's several stories. Jack Coffee Hayes, who came from Tennessee to Texas.
Yes, sir.
Cynthia M. Parker, Kit Carson. You know, these are great stories that all merge, but I just don't have the funding for that. You know.
No, you see, and I gotta ask because, of course, I don't want to give the movie away. I mean, it was great. I loved it. The characters on there, man. I felt like you got a little bit of everything when it comes to the characters. I mean, the actors, of course. You know, the storyline was freaking dead on. I loved it. The whole like innocent trip, you know, and it goes into turns into a nightmare.
Funny story though about the characters. Him playing the lead role wasn't even intentional.
What?
Yeah. So you want to tell that?
Yeah. So we had a pretty boy from Canada who had like 1 million followers and stuff, and then COVID hit. He had visa issues, so I filled in for it. I was just going to play the cop because I wanted to focus on the movie and not have to, be in all the drama. But it worked out because it saved me a lot of money, and now I get to show my ugly mug on the screen. So
and he also does it on stunts. So.
Yeah.
There you go, man. That might be something else you can do, man. You can be one of those stunt actors.
John Wick. Yeah.
There you go. Exactly, brother. But you know what, though, man? I mean, that's kind of the way it works out for a lot of movies, especially a lot of from the 70s and 80s. You know, low budget, so the director had to jump in there with a mask. I think it was like Leatherface. You know, he wasn't even part of the script, but they were like, "Hey, put this on and just run around," and it was magic, bro.
Yeah, you know the story on the Michael Myers mask for Halloween, right?
Oh yeah, yes sir. The budget.
Shatner.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was an accident, but it worked out beautifully. I love that movie.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I always wonder, like, I wonder if Shatner has a mask of his own, man. I wonder if he puts that on and.
He just went to space with Jeff Bezos, so I bet he wore it.
Oh sure, man. That'd be a good story, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
Now I gotta ask. I mean, of course, with something like that happened out there, man. I mean, of course, here in Texas, you said there's a lot of films that were based out of not so much Texas, but they were filmed here. The Notorious, of course, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, of course, Bastrop, Kingsland. I've been out there myself. I just went out there this year to the gas station, and that was definitely, it was cool. I liked it. It was nostalgic, just to see the place where that was in the original film, but the long road out there was what got me, man. I drove out there and I'm like, damn, I kept seeing that film and I said, dude, that's freaking awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Now, sequel, does that mean, are you going to be in that sequel, man? Are you getting an
no resurrection scene. I'm not into superhero stuff. I can't get into Marvel. I respect it, but I can't get into it.
Yeah. Well, you see, I was going to say if you were going to come in as a different actor, portraying somebody else. I mean, I know you were in the first one, but it was like people would be like, "Hey, man, that's kind of."
Yeah, I could grow everything out, and maybe
Yeah, I never know, bro.
Yeah.
But of course, I mean, as far as actors, are you gonna keep local? Are you gonna get local like actors closer to home?
I mean, I lived in California when I did this. Finding actors in California was easy, but the PigLady and things when they're in other states, that was hard to do. That took some time. But I just want the right actor for the film, and the PigLady that we got worked out perfect because she let us live in her house. That saved us money. So we had a lot of people that let us. Everybody has land in rural areas. So,
oh yeah, bro, you have to. I mean, that's one of those.
What do you say? Probably 50%, half locals and half we brought in.
Probably? I'd say probably 70% foreign people or LA people. Yeah.
Man, and I gotta ask because I did put. Let me see if I got the images right because I was trying to save. I'm gonna put this one up real quick from the film. I think this is it.
No,
this one is this
the old one.
Yeah, no, that's from a short.
That's a child movie.
That's 2007.
See, but I was gonna ask because I saw that and I was like, man, did you guys have alternate posters? But no,
we had several posters. You can't see them because the sun's changed, but this was one of the designs, and then.
That's a common question for sure.
This is the VOD poster. So this is the official poster through the distributor.
Gotcha. You see, and that's actually this one right here. That's why I had saved that one also.
Yeah. The other one was something made back in like 2012 or 2015. It was kind of a kid movie.
Right.
But yeah, we had to work around that by how we labeled the name. But no correlation. Yeah.
Gotcha, man. I just wanted to clarify that because I did see it pop up, and I was like, man, I wonder if this was like a pre, design or something.
PigLady.
Yeah.
Ours is PigLady.
Yeah. There you go. You see, and that was my other question, man. On the title, it's one word. You see,
That's why. Yeah.
Got it, man. Okay, because when I did punch it in, of course, it did take me all over the place, but I had to narrow it down. I think I put PigLady movie, and it popped up.
Yeah, if you type in Pig Space Lady, then it should pop up PigLady movie 2023, and that's us.
Gotcha, bro. Okay.
Hopefully, for too much longer. Right now we dominate like the first, second, third pages.
Oh yeah, man. But by all means, like you said, I mean earlier, man, the DVDs are sold out now. Did you guys ever think about releasing this on VHS, man? I'm asking because I still watch those.
It's funny because you're actually the second person that mentioned that, and my buddy said that. But I was thinking, how would we even do a digital conversion for that?
It's got to be like one of those limited press, make like 15 of them, and then whoever buys them first, man.
Collectible type thing.
Yeah, but then I was thinking, it's like I have to go down to the antique store or somewhere to buy a VHS player. Go down to the thrift shop.
I've got like 3 or 4 of them in here, man. I'll send you guys one.
I'll put in the mail for me.
There you go.
Yeah. Do you have an 8-track?
I actually do. One of my weekends.
I knew it.
Yeah, I still got one, man.
You got record players and all that stuff too.
I'm a media guy, bro. So I collect. I have from 8-track. I've got a laser disc. I've got a laser disc player, man.
I'm still using dial-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, my internet kind of acts like that at times, man. It feels like a dial-up because it comes and goes. But other than that, I mean, I will say this because for me, like a VHS, I mean, I do watch movies on my VCR, of course, but I like them because I like backdrops. I like putting them in the back. If I'm talking, I can kind of portray and point back. I mean, DVD will work the same way, but I'm a VHS guy, so that would be pretty cool, man.
Yeah, that's something to think about.
And now, of course, when it comes to merchandise, I mean, people can go to the website. What can they purchase?
Well, it's still in the works right now. I just picked up the posters today. I have a few different size posters. I have the big one. This is the medium size one. Got the real big one, and then over here I have this one. They're not on the website yet, but they're coming, and shirts are coming, and then obviously whenever we get more DVDs, they will.
Yeah, bro.
So that's what we're looking forward to, but nothing right now other than just the links to watch it on the internet.
No, you see, and that's I did purchase it. Of course, I did watch it earlier. It is streaming only on one format.
It's on YouTube Movies, Vudu, Apple TV.
Comcast,
Amazon, Comcast on demand, DirecTV on demand. It's pretty much everywhere.
You see, because I did try to look for it on YouTube, and for some reason, I guess Google beat me to it because the Amazon one popped up. So I said, man, the heck with it. I'll throw it on there and watch it. So.
Oh, well, when you think about that, yeah.
But yeah, man. But like I said, I mean, I did enjoy the movie. I'm a sucker for true events, based off of course, everybody's kind of like, man, I wonder where it happened, who it happened to. I mean, obviously it was somebody's relative, somebody's mom, somebody's sister. So
yeah,
but we've been the lead actress that played the PigLady, Sandra. She's been telling me that she's been in communication with the people that are actually connected to it, and we're going to watch the movie. I don't know if it was just the other day. Haven't checked back up with her, but they actually have been, into it. They're supportive.
Yeah, the family's in the area. I mean, we're on the neighboring property, but I actually wanted to do videos. We just didn't have the budget, but maybe in the sequels or something. I wanted to see her in jail because I don't know if you know about her jail persona, but it's pretty gnarly, man. Like, she went Ted Bundy and she like dressed up as a lawyer, shaved her head, put a wig on, and she became her own lawyer. She's been through like 5 cellmates and they don't want to live with her. So it's an interesting character, and everybody asks, what would you say to her if you sit down with her? And what do you think I'd say?
What would you say? I'm curious.
I'm a fan of your work.
There you go, man, bro. I will say this though, man, because on the movie, there is a clip where she's shaving her head. Is that the whole part? Or is that part of?
So Sandra, when that's who plays PigLady. When
Right.
she was done with it, she really got into this character. She just grew everything out, head to toe. She just kind of got into it. And she said, I'm like becoming this when this final shot's over with, I'm shaving everything. And I said, let me get it on film. Let me get it on film. And so she let us get it on film, her shaving her head. And I thought it was a nice little touch.
Yeah, man, because you mentioned her whole clip with the trial, man. So that's crazy. I mean, obviously she flipped and lost it. So, you know, the fact that she's out there locked up in prison now, man, it's a good thing, like I said, bro.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I mean the sequel. I mean, when are you looking to start working on that?
Well, I'm already in the creative process. I know the story. So I'm flying out to Oregon in a few weeks to figure out location. And then I'll go to writing, and then we'll go to casting.
Nice, man. And of course, man, I mean, when it comes to the movies, I mean, are you thinking like trilogy? Are you thinking like, are you gonna keep this going?
There's other things I want to do. If the trilogy presents itself, I will. I don't want it to be like, I don't want to mention names of great movies I love, but you know how sometimes it's overplayed?
Yeah. Oh,
it's like, dude, okay, you should have stopped at the second or third. Now there's 10 of them.
Yeah.
You know,
Wrong Turn is one of them, but I'll say it.
Fast and the Furious. I'll say it.
Oh,
So it's like, I don't want to overdo it, but if the story comes up, I will do it. But there's other things I want to move on to. But I do want the sequel because it's going to be good.
Nice, bro. And of course, like you said, it's not going to be based on the true events.
No, but it'll still be on location of the true events.
Nice, man. Now, of course, did you guys befriend those guys? I mean, now you're going back, so of course you guys are staying in touch. And
yeah,
what did they say when you told them you were doing a sequel? They were like, "Man, come back."
Well, when we first mentioned it to them, they were just like, "This is crazy, man." But once we showed a move to like, "Hey, we're showing up with cameras and shit," they were like, "Really? Okay, this is awesome." So where we shot the cabin scenes at, which is neighboring property, they went to Mexico for a week and let us have her house.
Oh, damn.
And then they left town for a weekend later on. We got their house for again. So like the whole town was supportive of it. So I had to do it,
Man, and of course, when it comes to the movie, the PigLady, man. I mean, of course, chances of her watching this, of course, maybe
Probably zero.
Well, 5% maybe.
I don't know. Federal prison, you don't really have any way to just
I don't know.
rent movies. I wouldn't imagine.
They watch TV.
Oh yeah. I mean, what else are they going to do in there? Heck, that time.
Yeah.
And how would you feel? I mean, if you were to watch this and contact, I mean, would it be odd for her to contact you guys, or for some reason?
I mean,
it would be odd, but I would like it,
Yeah, I mean,
but I would imagine it wouldn't be good a contact. It's
no.
Be good. Yeah.
No, it'd be like
she has ideas for the trilogy. Be like she bust out of jail and she's got a cape and she flies around.
I will say this because, of course, earlier you mentioned that as far as she admitted to like so many bodies. What if she were to come back with more info and say, "Hey, I got more story, man"? So I mean, of course, more content.
I guess the proper answer would be to talk to her publicist.
Yeah.
Or what if she says, "I'm getting out of jail. I'll help you make the third one."
Oh damn, bro! Yeah, man, you guys will probably get thrown out of town just with her, man.
Here, we're all just saying this in jest. It's just joking.
No, but of course, man. I mean, like I said, I mean, it did happen. I mean, the true events did occur. Myself here in Texas, I mean, the whole slaughterhouse, the whole pig farm. I mean, it hit close to home in a sense because it's like, I mean, I know what they're capable of, and the fact that they overpopulate, and people here, like you said, man, they go out there and make a sport out of killing them, trying to get rid of them.
What I would like to know is whenever you contacted the PigLady page about this podcast, how did you come across the page to contact us?
It popped up on one of my feeds. I think it was on Instagram, actually.
Okay. So
it popped up on the feed, and so I clicked on it, and as soon as when I saw PigLady, I was like, okay, this could be two different things. Like it could be drama, because they didn't say anything as soon as I read it, but then, or I was like, okay, or it can be something crazy, man. And of course it was something crazy.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I'm trying to gauge from which avenue has been successful and effective. But so you said Instagram. Okay.
Yeah, Instagram actually picked up a feed, so I found it on that. Once I went to Facebook, that's what I was saying. When I typed it in, I typed it in separate, and then I typed it in one word, and that's when it started popping up.
Okay.
Cool.
For sure, of course, those watching, if you're out there, man, definitely look it up, man. I mean, no joke. I mean, I did enjoy it. Like I said, I mean, the storyline, the fact that it was in the dark and the lighting was that good, I thought it was good. It was great. So of course, how hard was it for you guys to do that?
That's a common question, but we had full moon several nights. Nice. And the co-director or the everything guy, we just played with light, and he's worked in a lot of music videos and stuff where they do low lighting, and we just played with it. But the full moon really helped with shadowing and stuff.
Oh yeah,
the full moon in Southern Oregon, it's like the moon is sitting on you right here. I mean, it's like a beam of light, so
it's just like the sun, just not as hot, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of backlighting, and like you said, we split it up over like 3 or 4 different shoots, and it was all spaced, which each time there was a full moon.
Yeah, nice, bro. Now I did watch it on my laptop, I didn't even think about it. I should have watched it on my TV.
Yeah, man.
But by the time I'll say it like this: when I bought it, I said, you know what, I'm gonna go back in the room, I'm gonna lay down and watch the movie, and I was tired. I didn't go to sleep, which I will say it was that good because it did keep me up, kept me entertained. I got messages, I got texts, I got a few calls, and I kept like. The movie caught my attention.
Yeah,
it was that good. So when I finished it, I'm like, oh wow, okay, damn. Like the ending, of course, left it hanging. I was gonna ask about that sequel, and of course, it's gonna be in the works.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, you guys ended it like that, right? So they can have more questions.
Yeah, I wanted that option open, but for anybody viewing, please do not watch it on your phone or laptop. We were a few people who watched it on the phone, and they were like, one of our buddies was watching it in the sun, like out in the lake.
Oh man,
I'm like, man, it's not the same as the big screen, especially the dark scenes. But playful writing, it has some drama and it has some characters, wide range, like you mentioned earlier, wide range of characters. So yeah, I mean, we left it open for the sequel.
You see, I will say this: my room is dark as hell, man. I've got curtains that block out the sun, so it was dark. The picture quality on my laptop worked because there was no lighting distracting me, so it was good. I mean, it would have been better if I would have just watched it on my TV, but the sun is out and the curtains aren't that great out there, so I kind of like the laptop, the fact that I caught everything because it's pitch dark, bro. My girl hates it because she's like, man, you need some lights in here. I'm like, nah, man, everything's dark. I don't want to see anything.
Yeah,
I want to sleep. So it did work out in that sense. But yeah, definitely, the big screen. I would have loved to have seen it in the theater somewhere, man. I mean, that would have been sweet.
Yeah. Maybe next time.
Sequel, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to the movie, man, I mean, of course, the format, they can stream it. I mean, they can get on any of the platforms, of course, that you mentioned earlier. The DVD format.
Go there, you can see the full list of the platforms that it's currently on, PigLadyMovie.com, and it shows right there, first thing, direct links. You can click it and bam, you can watch it.
Nice, bro. You see, I wish I would have known that because I had to look it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the DVDs, I mean, of course, any word on when they're going to restock them?
I mean, we don't know as far as when the orders, get fulfilled or whatever. Shout out to Gravitas Ventures for, distributing the movie for us. And we're actually in the talks with trying to get worldwide distribution. So if you're watching this from outside of the country, please do not illegally torrent the movie. Wait until you can buy it to support us. But
it's funny you say that because for some reason I picked up a lot of momentum in the Philippines. So yeah, if they're watching out there, man, don't be any bootlegs, bro.
I mean, it's going to happen. Let's just be realistic. It's going to happen. But I have checked out some of those websites, and most of them are fake and are full of viruses and ransomware. So just be careful.
Yeah. So and of course, I mean, people don't want to try that because they get your information. That's how you get scammed and probably lose all your money. So yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, and we had great crowdfunding for the first one. And everybody asks, how did you get so much crowdfunding? And I think it's because we were doing it. We weren't asking for money to do it.
Yeah.
We already had a trailer, half the movie shot before we ever came crowdfunding. So I'm hoping the second one we'll get Gravitas and myself and the viewers to help us with the second one. If not, I'm fucking going to do it either way.
No, you see, and that's one of the good things about that, because when it comes to like a lot of filmmakers using Indigo, a lot of platforms, a lot of movies don't get made. They try to raise enough money and then they don't do them, and then you lose out your money and then there's no movie made. So of course, the fact that you guys are already gonna make it no matter what.
There was probably about 4 or 5 times when this movie never should have been finished. We fought through COVID. We fought through
two pregnancies.
And then after we get back here, we both left San Diego, came back here, and then I started editing on the movie and had to go through all of that. Technical failures with, about 20 terabytes of hard drive, space footage, because we shot in RAW and B-RAW with 2 Blackmagic Ursa minis, back in 2020. So maintaining all of that data over all of these years. And then finally we got distribution, and then going through the quality control with the distributor and everything. There's been so many times when this movie shouldn't have been finished.
Yeah, we just stuck it through, but we've learned a lot. That's for sure. Like editing, I'm going to get a $10,000 computer next time, because we had 3 or 4 like regular computers. So every step takes loading and rendering time.
You see, I will say this, because in the movie there was a few lines that kind of stuck in my head, and from the characters. One of them, when the sheriffs go to the PigLady's house and they're like, "Hey, how many?" And don't quote me on this because I saw the movie this morning, but when he asks how many pigs she has in her property, and she's like, "Well, counting the 2 on my porch," and it took me a few seconds to get it, but I was like, okay, that was good. who can?
I'm glad you got that, man. Nobody ever gets that. Like they never get that one. So I'm glad you got that. That tells me a lot about you.
No, yeah, because I heard it and I was watching it and I'm like, oh, okay,
pigs on the porch, yeah,
bro. So that was one of the lines that kind of stuck in my head, or one of the quick. The other one was when they're already in the woods, they're doing the bonfire, and one of the friends, the girl's friend, comes and he's like, "Hey, have you ever been blown by a tranny?" And I was like, at first I was kind of like, okay, what is this, bro? Yeah, bro. But that's, I mean, man, the storyline's great, man. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It kept me hooked the whole time. So of course, like I said, I didn't have any distractions where it happens a lot, especially a lot of those big theater movies, man. I'll go watch a movie somewhere, and it's like I start hearing the kid crying over there and these people over here laughing. And once I noticed that, then I know the movie, I lost it, like I'm like, yeah, that movie's not that good, but on this one, it did keep me hooked up. I saw the whole thing straight, which, like I said, I was laying down. So I was like, if I fall asleep, I'll wake up and, watch it. Cause I think once you purchase it, you have like 7 days or something to watch the movie. But yeah, I watched it straight through, man. It was great. And, I mean, I personally can't wait for the sequel, man. Looking forward to see what you come up with.
Appreciate your help, man. Thank you.
No problem. And of course, let me ask you this. When it comes to, you said earlier, I mean, the first film, you were in California. On this one, when it comes to actors, are you going to be doing the whole Indigo thing for perks and whatnot?
I mean, as far as Indigo, yeah, like that's more of a crowdfunding thing, but there'll be certain actors we go to LA for, or it really just depends on where I find them, because I looked in both places. I prefer to have them on location, but they don't always work out because not everybody does stuff in Southern Oregon, but everybody does it.
I want to add something to this, all right? So whenever we were first doing this, we were casting with Actors Access, right? And he's like, Craigslist, you got to put an ad on Craigslist. And I said, that is the biggest thing ever. And that's where 2 or 3 came from, was Craigslist?
Not actors, but the directors and
Sandra,
stuff.
Sandra,
yeah.
Sandra, and that's also where Lion came from. Yeah. Lion Mitchell, co-director.
Yeah,
so that's crazy. Yeah, because I haven't used Craigslist in years, bro. I mean, I know I still have it because I get emails, but
2020, so a little bit different.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
But that's still Craigslist then, but now it's Marketplace. So be looking on Marketplace on Facebook.
Gotcha, man. I'm definitely gonna do that, man. But of course, I mean, are you guys gonna go ahead and put it out there on social media? I mean, are you gonna be posting it on Instagram and?
Yeah, we're gonna do TikToks with the pig head, like funny stuff.
Nice, bro.
Promote it and then clips from the movies. But as far as hiring for actors, I'm gonna go back to Actors Access, and then I'm gonna go on location. And if I don't find what I want, I'm going to Craigslist.
Man, I will say this. I hope he only got a small part in the movie, man. But Hurricane.
Yeah.
I hope he comes out on the sequel, man. Can we see that?
There will be a dog.
Oh, okay.
But Hurricane's dead. Not really.
Hey,
but,
let's make him a star.
Yeah, maybe
make
Bubby.
him a star.
There you go.
There
you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I had seen that, and I was like, man, I wonder what happened to that dog. Nobody
Great
talked
dog,
about it.
man. Great. And the guy's dog he's the co-creator. He's the reason I did this.
Nice.
The guy I was telling you, he's from Tennessee, but he moved to Oregon. I was in LA. Every time I would go up, he's like, dude, you got to do this. And it was his dog, and it's the greatest dog. It has the best life. It just runs around all day, smokes. The dog does everything.
See, and I was gonna say this because I was like, man, I wonder why they didn't take the dog with them to meet up. But then again, the dog would have been chasing the pigs, right? So it's kind of you have to leave him out till that other part, of course.
Yeah, we experimented with that, but it wasn't gonna work.
Yeah,
the dog and the pigs, not gonna work.
And man, and of course, you talked earlier about keeping the pigs fed enough to where they didn't get too violent. I mean, what were you guys feeding them out there? No dead bodies, right?
His feed, he had a bucket, and he would like bang on the bucket, and they would kind of come, and then once they're in frame, it's like clear the set, we're shooting. We finally got a fucking pig in frame. So it was wild, man. The pigs were I don't know how many hours, but it took up a lot of time having real pigs.
Just
man, and of course you did mention earlier after working in that slaughterhouse, if I ever ate pork after that movie, have any of the actors stayed away from pork since filming this?
Half of them don't eat pork anyways.
Oh, okay.
Vegan.
Yeah, and we had some scenes, but we had to cut them just because time. But we had where we're all eating the pig at the pig roast, and that was a great scene. We just we can't shoot a 2.5 hour movie. It has to be like 1 hour and 30. So
you see. I know y'all did mention as far as doing not a Q&A, but actually doing a documentary where you guys talk about the movie. Can we see any behind the scene footage on maybe on the release?
Well, we do have some behind the scenes, quite a bit, like probably 600 or 700, different videos and pictures and everything that we sent over to the distributor. And I don't know if they're going to release anything. And we do have some things that we filmed because we filmed the entire, movie, just me and him kind of working through it, like the storyboard.
A teaser, a storyboard.
But I don't know if we're going to release that.
It'll probably be years from now because we have to follow rules and stuff.
Right. No, I'm just curious about that. I mean, I'm a big fan of when it comes to action movies, watching the bloopers at the end. Jackie Chan, of course, notorious for that. Yeah. But I was just thinking, like, man, I wonder. And I was going to ask because obviously you can't make a 2-3 hour or 3 hour, 4 hour movie, so you got to cut. So I was like, man, I wonder if they're going to, use that footage. Maybe
it was really difficult deciding what needed to be cut and what should stay, though, because there was like the whole segment of the campfire scene. We had to cut it.
Yeah, and luckily, like living in LA, like I just saw so many different things, but also just YouTube. And I watched Tarantino, and Tarantino will write 1,000 pages and shoot 15 hours a movie, and he only plays 2.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, well, you just got to let it go. You got to let some things go. Yeah.
You see, and it's got to be hard because I'm sure there's parts in that. I mean, can you tell us about some of the parts that maybe you guys left out? Like, I mean, I know you mentioned the big roast.
Yeah, we kept all the violent scenes. Obviously, with a bigger budget, we could have did those a little more graphic, but mostly humorous and stuff. It's just it worked, but it's just too long. Yeah.
No, of course,
action's there.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, man. I mean, there was gore. We had the build up. Like I said, the lighting was great. One of the things I was going to ask
with the car.
I'm sorry?
The machete in the window.
Oh.
Yeah, that was one take. That was real.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Are you talking about the pizza guy?
No. Whenever they came up with the machete, PigLady hit the machete on the car window.
Yes.
Yeah, we had 2 cameras set up, and that was one take. We had one take to bust out Jesso's window.
But the pizza guy, people seem to like that. Him rapping and then.
Yeah, bro, because I saw it and I was like, man, I would have died too. I would have loved to have been that guy, man. Because my thing is like, I do a couple of voice acting, but I say, you know what? If there's horror films out there, I would want to be the first one, the first or second guy that gets killed in it, man. But that would have been like one of those quick, like, he took the axe to the head and boom, he's out.
Yeah, there were, you can never go too serious on critics, but critics were complaining I had rap music in it. And I'm like, it's not like it's a rap movie. It's like a guy rapping in the car. So why does that matter?
Everybody likes rap.
Yeah, and so I'm glad to see you like that a little bit or found it entertaining.
No, yeah, because and I will say this, because when I was watching that, I heard the music and I thought it was my neighbors. Like, I was like, where's that coming from, man? So they kind of catch me off guard. But yeah, I mean, leading up to that part, I mean, of course, for those that are going to watch it, of course, still, there's a lot of great parts in it that I'm sure they're going to enjoy. And because of that, I mean, the following, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a rapper who tell him about that.
Easy Mac. He was one of my favorite rappers at the time. In 2020, he was up and coming. But the rapper for that, the song that you're talking about was Easy Does It by Easy Mac.
Nice, bro. And of course, is that guy making a comeback in part 2, man? They're going to use his music in the sequel?
We'll see. I don't know. I haven't got to music yet.
Oh, man, we can't forget Marco. Marco, just released the soundtrack on Bandcamp. I'll have to give you the link. It's Missing Horizon is his name. He composed, the custom music for it, the teaser song, the PigLady music.
No, you see, and I was going to ask about that too, because of course, I mean, I kept hearing it with the movie, the shots were taking place, but when it came to that, I mean, obviously you guys hired somebody to do that, right?
Yeah, Marco Genovese. He's worked on some major movies, The Jungle Book,
Transformers,
Alien Covenant. He was a VFX artist. One of my friends connected me with him, and became one of my friends over the years. Nice. And just so happened, he was also a hell of a composer.
Yeah, I can count all my friends on one hand. He's got friends all over the world on the internet.
I'm from the internet.
He's from the internet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, I think I got like 5,000 friends on my Facebook, man. So people know me. Yeah. But yeah, man. But of course, I mean, this movie, man. Like I said, I mean, for those that are watching this video, definitely go. I mean, they can't buy the DVD yet. It'll be available soon. But I mean, they can definitely stream it and enjoy it, man. Because there's a lot of great parts in it. Memorable, some humor. I mean, like the ones I mentioned. I'm a big horror comedy guy, so of course those are the ones that get to me. But I did catch those jokes, so I was like, all right, cool, man. I appreciated that.
Thank you.
But man, bro, anything you guys want to drop before we wrap this up, man?
You want to drop anything?
I mean, I really appreciate you taking the time to have us on the show. Are we live right now, or are we recording this?
No, we're live. We're actually live, and then it'll be on YouTube later today.
All right, well, everybody that's watching this live right now, thanks for tuning in. You see the pig head back here. Look at us on TikTok, Preacher Boys Productions. We're on Instagram. But yeah, stay tuned for the TikTok stuff. We've been, doing some viral video things we're going to be trying to shoot. We may or may not be incorporating the pig head in public for some social reaction videos. May or may not. Stay tuned. PigLadyMovie.com.
Preacher Boys Productions, and he's going to rap before we leave.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go, man. Drop a beat, man. Somebody. Yeah. Man, well, I definitely appreciate you guys. Anything, bro? You want to say anything before we wrap this?
Thank you for the crowdfunding, and really the success of future films is up to the people, we the people. And we need to figure that out in more ways than one. In a whole world spectrum, it's got to be we the people.
No, definitely, man. And that's one of the things I love about you guys making these, indie films, man. It's the fact that the creativity goes beyond. You guys have a lot more freedom to an extent, of course, but you guys can definitely put everything on film, and we appreciate it, man.
Yeah. In the grand scheme of things, we're just two dudes from Tennessee, longtime friends. He came to me with the movie idea, and sure enough, we actually were able to pull it off, and not only pull it off, but be able to get it, distributed to now we got a DVD of it, It was a really weird feeling after, working on this, me more so in the background for 4 years off and on. him working on it, full time, and then to see it actually coming to fruition. It's just a very wild feeling. So, if you're watching this and you supported, all those time ago, thank you. And if you're going to go after this and buy it, even if you just go to give us a 1-star, thank you.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
So I would like to say something to filmmakers out there. You got to stick it through and you have to take the risk. Yeah. Otherwise, because when I was in LA, so many people have great ideas, so many talented people, more talented than me. And then you go to, hey, man, I'll help you fund this. Let's do this. This is a great idea. Let's do this project. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe next year. We didn't fucking wait. Even though it took forever, we moved on it.
Yep.
And so, like he was saying, we just kept moving. And it felt stagnant at some point. But then to see it now, like actually come out, then we're like, oh, shit. Part 2.
No, and of course, you guys were happy with it, right?
Yeah. I mean, we wish we had $50 million to do.
Oh, yeah.
Or even $5 million. But, yeah, I think considering our budget, 6 figures, shallow 6 figures, it's very impressive. Very impressive.
No, yeah. I mean, I agree, man. I mean, like I said, I'm a fan of movies and indie and horror and pigs, of course. I definitely got a kick out of it, man. It was great. For those watching it, of course, follow the guys. They're going to be out there. I'll be posting their links on the YouTube channel. Once again, thank you guys for jumping on this. Can't wait. I'll definitely bring you guys out once everything starts moving for the sequel. And as always, man, everybody out there, this is Spider, the Coming Soon podcast. Till next time, follow up.